Assalamu alaikum and good morning all dear students. Students, today we are doing the revision of lesson number 4, metals and non-metals. So dear students, as you all know that we are having the certain properties which are associated with the metals and non-metals. So let us begin with the chapter. Dear students, occurrence of the metals and non-metals. Out of 92 naturally occurring elements, 70 are the metals and about 22 are non-metals. Some elements shows properties of both metals and non-metals. They are called metalloids. Only some metals like gold, silver, platinum, etc. are found in the free state. Most elements are found in the combined state as oxides, sulfides, carbonates, silicates, etc. Dear student, about this you will be able to understand in the higher classes. Some non-metals are found in the free state like helium, neon, argon, etc. and some are found in free and combined state like sulfur, phosphorus, etc. So dear students, these are the occurrence of the metals and non-metals. Now let us begin with the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So dear students, there are differences between metals and non-metals about their physical properties. Let us begin with number 1. Metals are solid. So dear student, except mercury, because mercury is liquid at room temperature. Except mercury, all the metals are solid. Okay, means they are rigid. Metals are hard. Generally, the metals, when you are holding the metals, you are getting the idea that how the metals are hard. Okay. Then metals have मेटेलिक लस्टर. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आपको पता होगा जितने भी मेटल्स होते हैं उन सभी का पर्टिकुलर लस्टर मतलब कि चमक होती है. मेटल्स आर लस्टरस वन. ओके. ऑल्सो वी से दैट मेटल्स आर malleable. Malleable means they can be bitten into thin sheets. If we are going to hammer the metal, अगर हम metal को hammer करें तो metal can be converted into thin sheets. Okay. Example, aluminium foil. Then dear students, you all have seen the silver foil which are generally the coating on the sweets. ठीक है. Also you are able to see the gold thin layer. In the foreign countries they are just decorating the ice creams with this particular. Okay, so we can say that metals are malleable. Next, metals are ductile. Okay, ductile means they are able to convert it into thin wires. So dear student, metal की प्रॉपर्टी एक ये भी है कि आप metal का एक पीस अगर आपको दे दिया जाए तो आप उसको वायर में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. एंड fortunately this is the property which we are using over there for conduct of electricity. Is it clear? Okay. Metals have high melting point. Gallium and cesium have low melting point. They melt in the palm of the hand. So dear students, this is something very interesting. So dear students, you are able to see that metals, the metals are very having high melting point. ठीक है. But gallium and cesium एक ऐसे metals है जिनका melting point इतना कम है कि अगर हम हथेली पे उसको रखें तो वो melt हो जाएंगे. मतलब हमारे हाथ की गर्मी से ही वो melt हो जाएगा. उतना कम उसका melting point है. And that is gallium and cesium. ओके. मेटल्स हैव हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. ठीक है. डियर स्टूडेंट, आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि व्हाट इज़ मेल्टिंग पॉइंट एंड व्हाट इज़ बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. मेल्टिंग पॉइंट जहाँ पे एक सॉलिड कन्वर्ट हो जाता है लिक्विड पे, तो जिस टेम्परेचर पे सॉलिड लिक्विड में कन्वर्ट होता है वी कॉल इट एज अ मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. सिमिलरली व्हेन द लिक्विड स्टार्ट्स वेपराइजिंग, जैसे ही वो वेपर्स बनना स्टार्ट हो जाए वी कॉल इट दैट पॉइंट एज अ बॉइलिंग point. So dear student, this is very important and we need to understand that how do we connect the this particular one, that is our मेल्टिंग पॉइंट एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट। तो दोनों ही हाई होता है मेटल्स का, बिकॉज मेटल इज इन द सॉलिड स्टेट्स। ओके, metals are good conductor of heat. Dear student, best conductors are silver and copper. Poor conductors are lead and mercury. So dear student, this is very very important. Metals जो होते हैं वो heat conduct करते हैं, और हम इसी की वजह से उन्हें यूज़ करते हैं फॉर मेकिंग दी यूटेंसिल्स। आपको पता है हम जो यूटेंसिल्स प्रिपेयर करते हैं, हमारे जो यूटेंसिल्स होते हैं वो जनरली किसके बने हुए होते हैं? मेटल्स के बने हुए होते हैं। तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मेटल्स आर एबल टू कंडक्ट दी हीट एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। सेकंड पॉइंट है आपका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। तो देखिए, अगर मेटल्स हीट कंडक्ट नहीं करते तो क्या होता? वी विल बी नॉट एबल टू कुक द फूड। हम ग्लास के apparatus में खाना नहीं बना सकते, और ये आपको पता है दैट वी नीड दी मेटल्स। Okay, we also know that silver and copper is a good conductor of heat and electricity. So dear students, अगर आप सिल्वर की बात करें तो हम सिल्वर के वायर्स यूज़ नहीं करते। उसके पीछे रीज़न ये है that it is very expensive. Generally, we are using the wires which are made up of the copper. Okay, next last important property, that is sonorous. Metals are sonorous, means metals are able to produce the ringing sound on striking. So these are the properties of the metals. So dear students, here are some examples over here. See, mercury is there, then you are having aluminium, then you are having copper. So it is shown that gold when bitten, इट इज़ एबल टू गेट कन्वर्टेड इंटू थिन शीट्स। आप जो गोल्ड है उसकी थिन शीट्स भी बना सकते हो। आप देख रहे हो कि आपका जो वायर है कॉपर का, कॉपर जो है उसका वायर बनाया हुआ है, इट इज़ टर्न इनटू वायर ओवर देयर। Then you are able to see that aluminium can also be turned into thin sheets and they can be used for wrapping the foods and so on. That is all what we know. Dear student, mercury is liquid at room temperature. So that is generally used in the thermometer. Okay. Now let us see the physical properties of non-metals. So dear students, non-metals may be solid, liquid or gases. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। हमने मेटल्स के बारे में क्या पढ़ा था? दैट मेटल्स आर जनरली सॉलिड एक्सेप्ट मर्क्यूरी, बट हियर वी आर एबल टू सी दैट नॉन मेटल्स आर अवेलेबल इन सॉलिड स्टेट ऑल्सो, लिक्विड स्टेट ऑल्सो एंड गैसेज ऑल्सो। सो हियर द एग्जाम्पल्स आर गिवन, दैट इज सॉलिड कार्बन, सल्फर and phosphorus. Liquid, only one liquid is there and that is bromine. Dear student, आप इसको bromine भी बुला सकते हो, bromine भी बुला सकते हो, it's one and the same. Next we are having gases and we are having number of gases like oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. So these are the state. Okay. Next, non-metals are soft. Dear students, non-metals इतने soft होते हैं that they can be broken easily. ठीक है, जैसे कि हम पेंसिल की लिड को easily break करते हैं, तो पेंसिल is a graphite and graphite is a non-metal. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर आपको एक एक्सेप्शन याद रखना है that only डायमंड ही एक ऐसा नॉन मेटल है विच इज़ वेरी वेरी हार्ड. ओके, सो विच इज़ वेरी हार्ड. सो एक्सेप्ट डायमंड रिमेनिंग ऑल द नॉन मेटल्स आर सॉफ्ट. नॉन मेटल्स डू नॉट हैव लस्टर. नॉन मेटल्स की शाइन नहीं होती. ठीक है, सिर्फ एक आयोडीन ऐसा क्रिस्टल है जिसकी साइन होती है विच इज़ शाइनी अपीयरेंस एंड दैट इज ओनली दी आयोडीन. आयोडीन इज द लस्टरस वन. ओके, नॉन मेटल्स आर नॉन मेलेबल. हम नॉन मेटल्स की थिन शीट नहीं बना सकते. वी कैन नॉट प्रिपेयर द थिन शीट्स ऑफ द नॉन मेटल. नॉन मेटल्स आर नॉट डक्टाइल. आपको पता है कि हम जो नॉन मेटल है, मतलब सपोज कर लो कि हम कार्बन की बात कर रहे हैं तो हम कार्बन का वायर नहीं बना सकते, हम सल्फ़र का वायर नहीं बना सकते. ब्रोमीन तो ऑलरेडी लिक्विड है, लिक्विड का वायर बनना पॉसिबल ही नहीं है. और बाकी की तो गैसेस है, तो गैसेस के वायर्स बनना भी पॉसिबल नहीं है. ओके, देन वी हैव नॉन मेटल्स विच आर सॉलिड एंड लिक्विड हैव लो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. ठीक है, लो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट मतलब सॉलिड से लिक्विड में जो कन्वर्ट होना है वो पॉइंट उनका बहुत ही कम है. दे आर विद द लोअर बॉइलिंग पॉइंट एंड द मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. सो नेक्स्ट वी हैव नॉन मेटल्स विच आर सॉलिड्स एंड लिक्विड्स हैव लो boiling point. In short, we say that there is a low melting point and boiling point of our non-metals. Okay, dear students, and non-metals are bad conductor of heat. Non-metals are bad conductor. वो जल्दी हीट कंडक्ट नहीं करते, जैसे कि प्लास्टिक. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, इसीलिए हमारा जो स्विच बोर्ड होता है ना, वो प्लास्टिक का बना हुआ होता है. इसीलिए हमारे इलेक्ट्रिकल वायर्स जो होते हैं उनके ऊपर क्या होता है, प्लास्टिक का कोटिंग होता है. इज इट क्लियर? वी से दैट नॉन मेटल्स आर बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. सो नॉन मेटल्स आर बैड कंडक्टर एंड दैट इज वाई वी से दैट दे आर नॉट एबल टू कंडक्ट द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इफ you have noticed, when we talk about any utensils, the utensil is made up of metal, but its handle is made up of so dear students, its handle is made up of plastic. Okay, so that is what we know, that plastics are not the good conductor of heat and electricity. That is why we are having the handles of the utensils as it is made up of plastic. Also we are having the switch board on which the switch and the board, that is also made up of plastic. Also dear students, you might have been able to see that if we talk about the electric iron, you are able to see that the flat part that is made up of metal, but the handle is again made up of plastic. So dear students, you can come across number of examples which can give you the idea that how do we use this property of metal and non-metal. Okay, the last point over here is non-metals are not sonorous. It means they do not produce ringing sound on striking. अगर आप कोई भी नॉन मेटल को स्ट्राइक करेंगे तो इट इज़ नॉट गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस द रिंगिंग sound. So dear student, these are the properties which are very very important and which you have to remember. So see, here are some examples of the non-metals. Here phosphorus, dear student, it is red color powder over here. Carbon, you are available of the coke, you are available of the charcoal, so that charcoal is able to seen over here, which is black in color. Also you are able to see the sulfur. So dear student, coal, that is carbon, phosphorus and sulfur are the solid state. One more example of the carbon, dear student, diamond is made up of carbon only. Okay, and diamond is having carbon is having three forms. One is graphite, one is diamond and one is fullerene. Don't worry about the third one because that you are going to learn in the higher classes. But here over you have to remember that which are the properties which we have learned today about the metals and non-metals. Just quickly we are recalling that what are the properties of the non-metal. Non-metals are having low melting and boiling point. Non-metals are not the good conductor of heat and electricity. Dear student, electricity में एक exception है. There is one example which is able to conduct the electricity and that is graphite. Graphite, आपको पता है आपकी पेंसिल की lid graphite की बनी हुई है, तो that particular is able to conduct the electricity. Please remember this. Okay, this is exception. Okay, then we studied that non-metals are non-malleable. Non-metals are non-ductile, means they can be neither converted into thin sheet nor they can be converted into wires. Is it clear? Then we say that non-metals are having all the three states: solid, liquid and gas. Similarly, we studied about the metals and we say that metals are generally hard except mercury. Very good. Okay, then we say that metals are malleable, means can be converted into thin sheet. Metals are ductile, means it can be converted into wire. Metals are having good luster. Okay, then metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. And also we know that metals are sonorous, means metal produces ringing sound on striking. The best example of this is our school bell. You know, every period when it overs, it goes for making the ringing sound on striking, which gives us the indication that our period is over. So dear students, in this particular today's video, I have explained you the introduction of the chapter, and along with that I have covered the physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals, which are very very important. So dear student, please remember the exceptions मतलब कि generally metals hard है, but एक ऐसा है जो hard नहीं है, तो we call it as a exceptions. So please remember the exceptions because those are very very important. And dear students, even after getting this revision, if you are still facing any difficulties, any doubt anywhere, just let me know. I'll clarify your doubts. So dear student, this you can also write and you can learn. Also you can refer your notes and you can learn. Okay, no issues, but you should have the proper knowledge about the things. Hope you understood the topic. Have a good day, dear students.